I've got something on this window I want to show you. Let's see if I can get it up all the way, because I'm going to need it up all the way. Okay. See, this window is called Jalousie windows. They're window slats and they open. And you see what I see? There's one missing right there. Hello. And I've got to figure out what to do with that. Oh, I thought I was going to fix this, but I can't. And here's why. See the slat, see this arm here? The glass holds in there, and you've got this. Sometimes this is bent down, so you have to retweak that, or the tip right here or something, or maybe this deal there is pushed up and you got to rebend this. But see, look at the other side. Here's the other side of that window slat. The bottom of it is broken and missing. See, this piece right there is off, snapped off at the bottom there and there. And how is that going to be fixed now? See, you'd have to find another one of these and knock off these brads or something, pre-drill it, do something. Yeah, there's a gap back there. I guess you'd have to cut those off with a hacksaw or something. I don't know. Probably a fine hacksaw blade on the back side, maybe. Cut that off, and then you'd have to replace this. You have to order one, or you'd have to replace the whole unit. And usually, like this one has 3 different slats. So see this controls maybe 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slats. And they come off in sections. But if you can't do that, what else could you do? Well, I don't know. You know, there's a top. That glass is missing up here at the top, so I was going to slip that in. I mean, one thought is you could take the top one off, let's say, and put it down lower, but then you're going to be missing the top. That's no good either. You know? I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. They may have to, if they can't special order that piece right here, they may have to take a picture of it, take it off, and have somebody manufacture that. I don't know. Or an old one that they have in storage somewhere, they can cut that off and then put a new one on there and then pop rivet it on. That's what's going to happen. But that is no good. That's got to be fixed. Because all somebody would have to do is take the glass or take the screen off and then reach their hand up here, undo the deadbolt, and they're in. So I'm going to have to report that to the maintenance department of the property and let them mess with it. Okay, and I see why they didn't replace the top glass, because the top glass, you got this blind here that's in your way, and it's heavy now. It's like, how we're going to do that? One thought is to take the trim off, take the actual blind out, or I'm going to have to wedge this, you know, hold that back or something and try to get up in there and slide that in there. I think I can do it. And see how the bottom piece is? See that clip here and there? And the glass fits in there and kind of wink and fits down in there. Now if your glass needs to be replaced, you know, you measure these, and you can take them. Most stores have them about 3 feet or 40 inches long, and then they cut them. They'll cut them to length for you. And I've noticed on some of these, see how they fit in here? They're supposed to fit in all the way. Now look at that one. It's barely on right there. And if you follow this one over, see how in the clip it's fit all the way over there? You could take this and kind of slide it over to the right just a little bit. And I was noticing there's some on here that are just barely on, like they didn't cut them long enough. So there's a tip for you. When you measure, you want to measure from end to end, you know, from right there all the way over to the other end. Okay, and then get your measurement from there, maybe subtract a 1/16 from that or something. Then you've got full coverage on there. Because I've noticed sometimes if the glass is not fitting just right, maybe it gets pushed over all the way and then this pops down out of there. See, look at this one down here. See, it is just barely on there, huh? Okay. So check your glass out, and they have these in two different ones. They have clear, and then they have obscure. Now, why would you want obscure? Well, if you got a bathroom or a front, like look at this front here. See, this is called obscure. See how it's kind of have little nodules on there, and you can't really see in as much. On one side, it's smooth, and on the back side, it's rough. You could do something like that. They did that right there. They could have left it clear, or like if you got in a bathroom. Okay. See, let's just pull this blind up. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but you're probably gonna learn something here anyways. See, if you're walking around in a bathroom, mind you, they're still gonna see your figure, but they're not gonna see clearly. But I would still suggest not sitting over there while you have that one up, because there's a walkway. You know, if you're at a hotel or something, people will still be able to see, see what you're doing to a certain extent. They're not going to see you clearly, but they're going to see enough. So I usually keep this down, twizzle the windows open for air or what have you, okay? But on the glass, don't buy the glass thinking you have to cut it yourself and get a glass cutter and all that. Measure it and tell the store what you want, as well as the thickness. Don't make the assumption that all glass is created equal. Measure the thickness there. If you want to take your broken piece down there, you can, because see this one here, see how it kind of has a green tint to it? And you want to make sure that your other glass, it's like, what difference does it make? Well, the difference is at the store, maybe they're going to have clear, all the way clear, and it's a little bit different than this, or it's got, or green, or they've got that opaque. So yes, it does make a difference. Take your broken piece in there if you have to. Just be careful with it. Wrap the edge with masking tape as you take it down there, or whatever. Okay. So I've got those two pieces of glass in the closet, and I guess they left them in there because that top piece fell, and then that middle piece kind of came out. So see, I'm going to take this glass here, and I think these are the same pieces that came out of there, and I'm going to have to replace that top one. I'm not quite sure if I can do that just yet, unless I have to take that blind out. We'll see. Okay, I got 34.5. Now I gotta carefully measure this and see if 34.5 is gonna work. Yep, looks like it will. And it's amazing if it popped out of there and it didn't fall all the way down, it didn't break or anything. I'm gonna just get the other piece of glass in the closet and check that out too, and see which one, if that one's 34 5/8, I might use that one. Don't make the assumption that all your glass that's in here is measured the same, because if this glass window opening is not perfectly plumb, or somebody went and replaced pieces later on, you might have a short piece of glass as opposed to a longer piece of glass. So make sure you check that out, because you don't want to get 3 or 4 of them replaced and then find out the next one is too long or the next one's too short, and you're like, okay, which one is which? Okay, so just be mindful of that. That one's 34.5. This piece of glass, see, is almost 3/4, 34 3/4. And I looked at this piece, and I see it's got a crack right there, and I'm gonna bet that was for this piece right there that broke out of there. And I'm gonna end up using this piece right here for the top, because I don't want this imperfection in there. And then we'll have to figure out what to do with that middle one. And I think they're gonna have to order another little aluminum goodie or do something. At least I don't have to be the one messing with trying to order that. You know, you could take a picture of this. You could go to a glass company and you could take some measurements of that, and they might have something like that that they can take off an old one or something, and then you could fix it that way. Okay, see, there's enough slop on here to put a little hacksaw blade in there or something and hacksaw that off of there, pre-drill those holes out, pop it in a new one, and you'll be set. But hey, I'm not doing it on this particular video though. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna have to improvise. There's my stool, and I've got some gloves on. I don't like working with glass with just my hands. I'm gonna pull this. I'm not gonna pull this blind down. I'm gonna try to just lower it a little bit and see if I can reach up this way and kind of mess with it. I think I can. Just looking at these brackets, that just needed to be bent up a little bit. That other one looks fine. I don't know, it's going to be kind of tough. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it that way, like that. See what I can do. We'll see. I think I don't know how well you're going to see this, but if I can't do it, I will show you how to take the mini blind out. Okay. I'm hoping with this that I can see through the slats. Okay, there. Okay. That. Okay. Okay. I think I've done it. I think I've done it, VideoJoe. VideoJoe, I think I've done it. Yeah. Yes, indeedy. Okay. Now, let's get this down a little bit, and then I can open and close this. I can look, and it's in where it's supposed to be. All right. Closes. I've got that one, VideoJoe. All right. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.